Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to be working on quilt block number 6 of our 9-patch sampler quilt along series. In today's block we are going to be making the double necktie. Now this is just a little twist on the traditional bow tie or necktie quilt block, but we're going to combine two of the quilt blocks together so that it still fits into the 9-patch format that we're using for all of our quilt blocks. So if you are new to this quilt along, I will leave a link down below in the description box of the first 5 blocks in this series so that you can make them and quilt along with us. So for this quilt block you are going to need 2 fabrics, 1 fabric for your main fabric and then 1 fabric for your background. Now I've already starched and pressed my fabric and cut out my pieces, so let me just show you what you're going to need. So from your background fabric you're going to cut 5 squares, and each of those squares are going to measure 4.5 by 4.5 inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares. Now from your main fabric you are going to cut 4 squares, and these squares are also going to be 4.5 by 4.5 inches. Also from your main fabric you are going to cut 4 squares, but they are going to measure 2.5 by 2.5 inches. So once you've cut out all of your pieces, we're going to put this block together. Okay guys, so for this first step you're going to need your 2.5-inch squares, and what you're going to do is just turn them over on the back, and you're going to draw a diagonal line from corner to corner straight down the middle. Lines drawn on the back of our 2.5-inch squares. The next step that you need to do is you're going to need 3 of your 4.5-inch squares from your background fabric. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And what you're going to do for one of the squares, you're going to place it right sides together. So you should be looking at your line that you drew on your 2.5-inch square. Alright, so it's going to line those up. And pin it into place. And then you're going to take another 2.5-inch square and you're going to place it on the opposite end. Same thing, you should see the line that you drew on the back. With your next square, you're just going to take your same thing, 2.5-inch square, place it up in the corner, pin it into place. Last one. When you pin, just make sure that your edges are lined up on your 2.5-inch and your 4.5-inch square. So once that is done, you should have 2 squares, each that have a 2.5-inch square in the corners, and you should have 1 square that has 2.5-inch in diagonal corners. And all you're going to do is just sew directly on the line that you drew on all of your blocks. So directly on the line. So once you've done that, you're going to come back here and I'll show you the next step. once you have stitched on your line, when you fold it back, you'll see that it's going to make the square. So what you have to do, you're just going to take your ruler, and then you're just going to measure out 1/4 inch from your sew line, and then you're going to cut that piece off. So when you press it back, it'll look like this. And you're going to do that for all 4 pieces. And as always, press your seams flat. Alright, once you've done that, you're just going to lay out your pieces. What you're going to do is you're going to take the first 2 blocks from the top row, you're going to lay them right sides together, clip or pin into place as needed, and you're going to sew down the side with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. When you're done, you're then going to turn over the 3rd piece from that row, lay them right sides together, make sure you line up your edges, pin or clip into place as needed, and again sew with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Once row 1 is sewn together, don't forget to give it a good starch and press, making sure you press your seams open, and then you're going to repeat the same process for the 2nd and the 3rd row. When you're finished all 3 rows, the next thing that you have to do is attach these 3 rows together. Again, don't forget to line up your seams and then sew with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. When you finish sewing the 3 rows together, you're going to give it a press, making sure you press your seams open. Alright guys, that is it. The last thing that you need to do is just square up your quilt block if you need. It should measure 12.5 by 12.5 inches, and then your quilt block will be complete. I really love this quilt block. It is so cute, and I think it is my most favorite block of all the blocks that we're making in this quilt along. So guys, if you are following along, please don't forget to post a picture of your finished block on my Instagram at Jalen Carmen using the hashtag 9patch sampler quilt. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. This is quilt block number 6. Until next time, happy quilting.